What's up guys, back with another review today for one of the worst sequels ever made, and that is 50 Shades Darker. So let's get right into it. I'm pretty optimistic and pretty excited about this film because the thing about this film is it's worse than the fucking first one. It's literally worse than the first one. But the best thing about this one is it actually has a sense of cartoonish to it that made it a little bit more enjoyable, but also worse than the first one in some fucking way. More insanely, that they even got a better director on here, James Foley, who had directed the great Glengarry Ross. And they got him to do this film and the sequel to this next one, and I don't know how you got him to do it, but not even he could save this film. Like, he did this for a paycheck, let's be honest. And even this time around, the script was worse than the first time around. Like, that's saying a lot that Dakota Johnson, who's an exceptional actress that we said in my review yesterday, she's bad in this. She's bad. And Jamie Dornan, he's even worse. He's stiff, wooden again, and Dakota Johnson, just melodramatic. You could tell these actors and actresses just do not give a shit. And they have zero chemistry. I mean zero chemistry. Obviously we saw this in the first one that they had zero chemistry. But again, we see zero chemistry in the second one. And that, I don't believe it for a second that they actually like each other. I believe that they're here. It's like you grab two people, two very attractive people, put them in a room, and they have the most stale backgrounds and personality to them, and they're just not talking. They're just fucking, and it's completely boring. It's literally like me grabbing a fucking hammer and wood and just how attractive it looks. I mean, it really, that's how attractive the whole relationship feels and how the chemistry feels. Nothing's gonna happen because the hammers just keep going. It's not working because, you know, it's not working. That's how this film feels. I'd say there was something to this film, and that is cartoony as shit. Holy crap, there's so many moments in here where I was laughing my ass off because the film was horrendous. I mean, we know to all talk about the infamous helicopter scene by the end of the film, where there's literally has to give some tension to the film, and then it happens, and Anastasia thinks Christian Grey's alive, and then he walks through and he's, oh, what happened? What the fuck? What the fuck? We can go to the part where Christian Grey says, put these inside of you. She puts these little magnetic ball shits inside of her, and she sits there. She sits down in this car, and nothing happens. Goes in, and then all of a sudden, ooh, buzzes in her. He's like, I know you know what it means now. Seriously? That's the type of film we're getting. And I can't even say to the dialogue of how bad it is. I mean, kinky fuckery. That is an actual line in here. That is an actual line in here. Let me get this straight. Some studio rep, someone wrote this film, passed it up, said, is the script right? Yep, it's fine. You must have overlooked that completely, or just passed it along, said it's 50 Shades, gonna make us money. Bam! Stamped down on it. How? How in God's name? How does that line get through? Those are some moments. There's so many of those cartoony moments that happen throughout this film that you just find yourself laughing your ass off at them because they're horrible. And it adds to how bad this film is. The second sequel, this one, is so horrendous that it doesn't do anything right. Again, the sex scenes are not, you don't believe them. Like, they're not attractive. It just throws music in there because we can't make it too overly sexualized. We can't have too much moaning in here. And it just, again, it doesn't get you off. It's not hot. It's not sexy at all. And I don't know how. That's the big appeal to this film, is that if you're going to have a horrible made film, at least make the sex scenes sexy. But you can't do that. And you have two very attractive actor and actresses in here, but they don't work for the whole thing. All the subplots they throw in here are bullshit. The story in here of how they meet back up and now they're loving each other and how they just, she's so into it now, because the first film, you know, she was so against it, but now we don't need a contract. I just want to be with you. Yeah, that's what we're getting in the second sequel. What else do you guys want me to say about this film? I fucking hate 50 Shades trilogy. I hate the 50 Shades Darker even more. There's some more fun moments to it, but it's still worse film than the first one. It's shorter by like a couple minutes, but that's not saying a lot. This film, the franchise should have died. I mean, I would have looked at the studio and said, like, hey, like, this, it's just going to keep going down. Yeah, you'll keep making money, but not as much. Like, your gain on this profit is not going to make as much as the first, and it didn't. 50 Shades Darker is shit. It's one of the worst films ever made. This is going to be one of the worst trilogies ever made, because I have no hope for the third one. I might walk in and it might be amazing, for all I know. But for the build-up going up to the third one, this is absolutely trash. At least Twilight got better with each film. Like, that's saying something. At least by the ending of the Twilight franchise, the last one was actually a decent flick that you can enjoy yourself watching. Both these films, no. That just absolutely not. So with all that said, make sure to go over to Pornhub and check out their website for all their great necessities and great videos they have over there with better chemistry, better sexy scenes, and of course, I have to say, better acting. I'll be giving 50 Shades Darker a big fucking F. Again. Hey guys, what do you guys think about 50 Shades Darker? You think it's one of the worst films of the year? Did you not even check it out? Did you say, fuck this, I'm never going to see this film? Tell me down below in the comments. And of course, as you're going down, make sure to go check out sandwichjohnfilms as well, because that's a great website that I'm a part of. We love doing movie news, movie reviews, and advanced screens, so make sure to go check us out so you guys can maybe see some early movies near you. And of course, guys, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, especially if you're new, because I love talking to you guys. I love having a lively movie discussion. I love ranting about movies when I fucking hate them, like these two films. I know usually I don't cuss a lot in these films, but I mean, you would cuss too after spending like 4 hours watching both these films. Not worth it. But I am excited to see the 50 Shades Freed because it's the last freaking one in this franchise. And guess what? We won't have any more of this bullshit in our life. Of course, guys, stay classy.